And hello, welcome back to another Onyx Dude video. We're back again with another online player interview for our Under Night series. This week we have...
Yes, hello everyone, this is Akimi the IRL vtuber extraordinaire.
That's right, we got the IRL vtuber Akimi with us today. How are we doing?
We're doing fantastic today. How about you?
I'm doing good. It's a pretty chill day, kind of just stayed aside.
Yeah?
I don't know, it was a lazy Sunday.
Lazy Sunday, but today we also had a CEO stream as well. Did you partake in any of that?
Yeah, I was watching mostly Uni today. I caught a little bit of the Grand Blue Grand Finals at the end. But for today, I didn't really catch anything else. I was just kind of waiting around for Uni 2 top 8 to start.
Yeah, that was same for me too.
Right. So to kind of begin these questions here, I do want to ask, how long have you been playing fighting games for?
Man, I just on my previous stream as well, it was very funny. I looked up like my Project M stuff all the way back, and turns out I've been playing and competing in fighting games for at least like 10 years or so.
Oh.
I think it's like, oh shoot. It has been at least like 11 years, I think.
Okay. You say Project M. Can you what is that? I hear that a lot, but I don't know what that is.
So Project M is a modded Smash Brothers Brawl. So it's a Smash game. And it's supposed to be modded in a way that plays Brawl more like Melee. So it has Melee physics, Melee mechanics, and engine. And overall, was a lot of fun. It was very much fun.
Okay. And is there any character in that game I would know that you main? Like, who'd you play?
I played Ness, so if you know the character from Earthbound, that's my character that I played.
Okay. And I mean, how'd you get started with like PM? Like, how'd you hear about that?
So while I was in college, actually, people were playing like Brawl and Melee and stuff, but then I saw in the corner of my eye there was a modded version. I'm like, what is this? Because there was Roy and also like Mewtwo in there when they were not introduced in Brawl. So it kind of caught my attention, and I liked the mechanics a lot, so I started playing it a lot more and more, and then got a little bit too competitive, we'll say, in that game.
Okay. Did you have like any like accolades or like any particular competitive memory that like sticks out for you?
Probably the most notorious one for me is being considered the queen of water park tournaments. Because any of the water park tournaments known as Smash and Splash, I would top 8 in.
Okay, and these are offline, I presume. Was this in your region?
Actually, it was in... A few of them were in Illinois, and I think they moved to Ohio. Or Wisconsin first, then Ohio. Mostly a Midwest tournament.
Okay. I know like Super Major gets thrown around a lot in the Smash scene. Was it a Super Major or like a regional, like a regular major?
It's mostly a regular major. I wouldn't call it a super major.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's very interesting. I always hear like PM in passing, and I'm like, I have no idea. The Smash stuff is just like kind of goes over my head.
It is very funny because a lot of the stronger like Under Night players did come from a Project M background.
Oh yeah.
Shoutouts to what is it? About Mario, Prem, Jushichi.
Oh, okay. I didn't know all of them. I think maybe I knew Ju. I didn't know Mario and Prem also came from Project M. That's pretty interesting. So, coming from Project M, then how did we end up on Under Night? How did that happen?
So actually, it was mostly a Melty Blood player at the start. When I went to college, there was a fighting game club, and we mostly played Melty Blood. Actually, it wasn't until later on there was an actual dedicated Smash club that I went to that I started playing more Smash. I've always liked Smash Brothers as a competitive game, but never really got into it because there wasn't really a scene around me.
Okay, so I guess from there you just kind of found Under Night from Melty Blood then?
Basically. The Smash is kind of on the side thing. It was mostly the French bread games of Melty Blood and like trying to dabble in other fighting games like BlazBlue or Guilty Gear. And then when Under Night came out, everyone's like, oh my god, it's a new French bread game.
Oh, so you were around for like when Uniel came out.
Oh yeah, I started playing Carmine actually. That was my first character.
Carmine?
Carmine! EL Carmine.
Oh man, I was not expecting you to, to give that answer. Knowing who you mean now, that's kind of funny.
It is funny.
Well, I mean, that kind of segues into the next question. I'm sure a lot of people probably know, but do you want to tell the people who do you main in Under Night, and how did you get to that character?
So, as I said before, I used to main Carmine, but I am now a very much dedicated Mika player. Out of all the characters to pick from all the archetypes that I can go to, from Zoner to set play, we instead get the silly rushdown mobility character Mika. And I only picked that character because I liked her music. Raito wrote her theme so well, I wanted to play that character.
That's actually really funny. I think you might be the first one to directly relate a character's theme to like wanting to actually play them.
Yeah,
but
like
that is true. I do like her theme.
Yeah, the moment when she was introduced and they played her theme, I'm like, that's my character. That's the one.
Okay, and just to kind of build a timeline here, about when did you like try ST and then try Carmine and then tried Mika, or like how does that timeline work?
Shoot. When ST came out, I basically hard switched off of Carmine. Like, I did not want to play him anymore. And it kind of helped because we knew a little bit of the meta from the Japanese side because they had ST beforehand. And Carmine was not a very good character. So, jumping off into, I guess, another bad character wasn't really the worst thing.
Yeah, that's totally fair. So, kind of, talking about Mika during the ST days, because, I also come from ST, but I assume some of the viewers may not been around during that time. Can you talk a little bit about, the kind of the meta around playing Mika? Like, what was it like playing Mika when she was new? Like, what was everyone's opinions of her at the time?
Let's see. Mika did not have a lot of tools when she was first introduced, especially, what is it? So the corner missile side switch that only worked on player 2 side. That was a thing. She had no Vorpal trait, so that was also a thing. And then the meta actually kind of suited Mika to a T, because a lot of her winning matchups, like Seth and Batista and Rakava, were all like very strong characters, and Mika did well against all of them. She's still not a good character, mind you, because she definitely was missing a lot of tools.
Yeah, I think that's about what everyone else was saying. Especially the no Vorpal trait thing. That was actually kind of interesting that they kind of released her like that. Everyone has one now, obviously. What is her Vorpal trait now? Something to do with FF, right?
She has multiple actually. So her force function charges 3 frames faster, which is her Vorpal trait, but she also has another one, which it's hard to describe into phrase. It has to only be shown, but basically what happens is that when you hit someone with the Mika cannon, which is her 214, she makes like a little explosion when you're able to combo off of it. The peration can be higher to have that happen. It's hard to describe. But basically, if you were to like say do 2AA, 214A, it won't combo, but unless you're in Vorpal, it will.
Oh, okay. So it gives like better hit confirms from that specific hit confirm, the 2A2A like command grab.
Yep.
That hit confirm. Okay. Well, I actually didn't know that. I didn't know she had another one. I just thought, something to do with like FF or something like that. The little punch down thing that she does.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you're also not getting all of it. A lot of people don't know the command grab one too.
Yeah, well, I learned something today, so that was actually pretty cool to learn. So kind of I kind of want to scoot back a little bit because you did also mention Belty, and I kind of want to get a more full picture of like your background coming into Under Night. Who did you play in Belty? I assume you mean MBAACC.
Yes.
So who'd you play in that game?
I played Mech Hisui, the zoner character of the game. She was a very highly technical character, utilizing her jetpacks and crossbow shots to zone people out, so she had very good anti-air capabilities, and she was actually a pretty good anti-meta character, because she beat Nero, she goes well against like most of the top tiers, actually. A lot of the problem characters, she actually fought pretty well.
Okay. Is that what like you? Is that what drew you to her initially? Was that she was really good into these like really annoying top tier characters, or did you just like try her and you're like, wow, this is kind of cool?
Nope, she had cool combos and I wanted to play her.
That's so real.
I used to start off the game playing what is it? H Miyako, switching to C Reese because I like the character a lot. And then like I saw gameplay of C Mac and I'm like, that's so fucking cool.
I was like, you said H Miyako?
H Miyako. I did not play the game very competitively, so I just decided to play the character that I thought was adorable.
I've seen C and F, but I don't think I've ever seen H. I don't even... Do I want to know what that character does?
No.
Okay.
She does everything that C and F do, but worse.
Okay. Well, I hear that's a common thing in Impact.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of French players tend to play a lot of the other games. I mean, you coming from LTE, obviously you play Under Night. Do you also play Dengeki?
I actually do kind of play a little bit of Dengeki. I don't really compete in it much because I've never really tried, but I am a Taiga player with Dokuro assist.
Okay, I do. I think from what I remember, that's the girl with the bat, right? That kind of comes down from the top of the screen to. Okay, it's like a how good is Taiga in that game? I know like Yuki and Shauna are the ones that everyone complains about, and Tatsuya, but I don't hear much about Taiga as far as like where she lands on how good she is.
So I think I don't really follow the meta of that game around either, but I'm pretty sure she's considered high tier. She has like really good air-to-air buttons that allows her to like combat a lot of the air mobility that some characters have, but I don't really see much of her being played otherwise.
I see. Okay. So, kind of, jumping away from the background a little bit, let's talk a little bit more about more like the local offline presence. What region do you currently reside in?
So currently right now I reside in the PNW region. More specifically Washington.
Okay. So I do know some of the players there for Uni in the Washington area, but can you share your experiences in the PNW region or the Washington region for playing Uni or just playing fighting games in general?
So for the Uni scene, it's actually quite big. We have a lot of strong heavy hitters in the Undernight scene. Most notoriously, we have Rurik, and we also have Slow, probably the two best players in the region, actually. And then we also have CG, April, we have Vera as well, we have Mars. I don't remember the other person that actually plays very well, but they change their tags so frequently that I just don't remember.
That's fair. I mean, so like, can you talk a little bit about like where were locals even at? Like, where would the Under Night players assemble, and like on what days? In Washington?
Especially for Under Night, I believe there is Georgetown, which I believe is in Seattle, and also sometimes they do play in FGC, which is also in Seattle.
Okay.
So it's mostly centered around a lot of Seattle area where people play Uni.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's like is that the most popular? I guess no, that's not the capital of Washington. I don't think. Oh, I can't remember my U.S. geography.
No, you're good. But it is the biggest city in Washington, so.
Okay, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, was it the big city? Okay, that would make sense. Yeah. So, what were some of your experiences, kind of like grinding along? Some of those players in the offline scene.
So against these players, they're such grinders is the thing. A lot of them play a lot, so they get stronger and stronger really fast, and I have to be the one to catch up, because I was like... I already had a lot of the accolades when it comes to the fighting game scene, because Melty, Project M, stuff like that. So, once everyone basically just caught up and blew past me, I had to also, had to do that spurt of just catching up again. And so, it's a very kind of strong scene, but everyone's also still playing against each other, so people who get strong have to play against even stronger, and then it just loops. It's really nice, actually, but also, god damn it, everyone's getting too strong.
Yeah, you had point out Slow. I hear, a lot of people have been kind of like talking up Slow. I know people were kind of mentioning like Mars is another one. Ankle Gator is another person. Like obviously you mentioned Ruik, but a lot of you guys have a lot of pretty good heavy hitters, kind of up there.
Oh, yeah, Ankle
did you
also.
end up?
God damn.
Yeah.
How did I forget about the goober?
Yeah. So did you like end up like developing any sort of like friendly rivalries with anyone up there, or like did anyone become your bracket demon, or did you maybe become a bracket demon for someone?
I think early on during like ST era, I was the bracket demon for a lot of players. As only in Uni 2, or I guess Uni Clear, my bracket demon I guess would have been April and CG. And then in Uni 2, I think Slow is my bracket demon, I think. Rather we go very even, I should say. But I think Slow is up on me.
Yeah, so it's like kind of funny. You mentioned Uni Clear. So obviously we had the pandemic that kind of it hit the whole world, right? But it obviously affected FGC very, very heavily. So what were some of the things that like the PNW or like Washington Uni were trying to do to like keep the scene alive, to keep people playing Uni during those times?
See, that's the troublesome one for me, because I didn't really play much during Clear. I didn't like the meta. So, I didn't really follow the PNW Uni-Clear scene very much at all. But I know a lot of the stronger players kept playing against each other despite the net, delay-based netcode, so I guess the net play is still the aspect. It's when quarantine started loosening up a little bit, they started doing locals, and when those locals started happening, a lot of them required vaccination cards, they required masking, things like that.
Right. Yeah, I do remember that. I think the first Climax of Night, post-pandemic or post-quarantine, I should say, they were very, very strict on the mask up, had the vaccination card, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So obviously, coming into Uni 2, especially recently, you've had a lot of really good strides. You've beaten a lot of notable top players. You've gotten top 8. I want to say now 3 times since Uni 2 was dropped.
Twice.
At majors. It was Frosties and CB. Was it both this year?
It was both this year.
Okay. How do you feel about that? How are you feeling? Let's talk about that.
It's weird to say that I made top 8 at those, because like a lot of people attribute a lot of Mika's success to just knowledge checking people. So I have a lot of doubts of just like, am I really that good, or am I just knowledge checking people with Mika a lot? So for me, it's like, am I doing strong because I'm a strong player, or am I doing well because everyone else is not that strong, because they just don't know the matchup?
Well, I mean, it is bracket, so if they don't know something, that's not your fault, right?
That's true.
that's how I see it.
Fair enough.
But, yeah, so I mean, like, you had a set against Big Black. I want to say that was at CB where you beat him. I think that was the set to get top 8, or that was in top 8 that you beat him. What was like running through your mind at the time when you were like playing him?
I didn't really think too much. I just wanted to run my own game plan and see how far that would get me. Because one of the things I noticed about Big Black is that he's a very passive player. So I kind of just abused that and took my turn multiple times. And I noticed that his counterplay against Miko was a little weak. Which is why I was able to get away with so many of the Mika quote-unquote knowledge checks that people say that she should never be able to do.
Right, yeah. I mean, I guess that would make sense. You can identify a player's habits and kind of like use it against them, right? So that's what you kind of did versus Big Black. I probably should like back up a little bit and ask about that. Like, what is your general like mindset when you sit down to play someone in bracket? Like, walk me through like what your mental process is when you play someone.
So when I'm playing against someone, I should say newer, like I've never played them before, let's say, I will typically play in a more defensive stance of just going for the layer 1. So I'll just play rather standard, simple, slow gameplay, and once I start to understand their habits, their mash timings, the way they want to play neutral, that's when I can usually speed it up to a very fast tempo. And once that happens, I can start putting in a lot of mental stack by putting in a lot of missile feints, just a lot of movements to confuse opponents. And that's kind of my general playstyle against a lot of players, is that I like to go for a lot of feints.
Yeah, it sounds like some of that Smash Bros and Melty, like fundamentals, are kind of seeping into your Mika, using your movement to kind of fake them out.
Yeah, especially with like Smash Brothers with dash dancing, Melty Blood with the air backdashes. And hilariously, Mika doesn't have an air backdash, but she does have missiles to compensate.
Right, yeah. So I know you were kind of talking about like the music with Mika, and you're obviously like talking about your scene. You still do play Under Night, so I do want to ask, like, what makes this game special to you? Like, what keeps you invested in this game for you personally?
I just like the game. It's just a lot of fun. I like the scene that we have here. Like, everyone's so friendly, everyone's so nice. Everyone also just wants to beat each other up, which is also very funny. But like, it's friendly competition. Everyone gets to be like part of a family and community. And overall, I just like the vibes. Vibes are just immaculate.
The vibes, I maintain this is one of the better scenes in the FGC. I know everyone feels that way about their own personal scene, but I feel like there is really something special about Under Night and Under Night players.
I think it's also just because the scene is a little bit more on the older end, which is why, like, people are more chill, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I've asked this with everyone so far. I know a lot of people, especially if you're online, you know, you like complaining about who you don't like in fighting in like any game. But I want to flip the script. So I'm gonna ask you, who do you like fighting in this game personally?
Who do I like fighting in this game?
Yeah, like not the player, but the character.
Right, the character. This is gonna be really funny as an answer, but I think it's Yuzu.
Yuzu?
Yuzu
okay, you're not the first one. You're not the first one on here, I don't think. But what's the reason?
Well, as a Mika player, Yuzu has to be like one of the most miserable matchups, right? Gigantic sword, super long, and you just can't get in. I don't know, just the missile feints and just outsmarting the zoner player just feels so satisfying. And once you get in, it just feels so good. But not only that, but it's not like it's both characters having bullshit against one another. The bullshit zoning and like the offense from Mika is very strong, but Yuzu has 4B to counteract it, or just like proper counterplay. I don't know, there's just a lot of things that go on that matchup that's super funny. And especially playing the end, I don't know, I'm kind of gaslit into liking that matchup, I guess, because I have to play against Rurik and Lina so much in like locals, right? So I kind of have to like the matchup, or else I just get frustrated and die to Yuzu, because that's what she strives to like beat.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna mention, I wonder how much you've liked it has to deal with like Rurik and Lina being in that region. Yeah, you have to play them like almost every week, right? Or like every month.
Well, I mean, if I ever enter tournaments, I don't usually enter brackets only because of job. Have to get that bread after all. The French bread.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So we're kind of coming up to the end of the interview here. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to, or any group of people you want to give a shout out to?
Obviously the shout outs to my beloved fiance Rachel, also known as Devon. She was actually a very big proponent of reviving the FGC scene in Seattle with one of her locals that she hosted during the pandemic. So shout outs to her. Shout outs to Rurik, I hope you're enjoying Japan, god damn it. Stop you're drinking so much alcohol, it's showing me, god damn it. Shout outs to Slow, stop winning so much. She's been on a tear recently with all these like tournaments, so shout outs to her. Shout outs to Ankle, because he didn't give me a shout out in his interview.
Oh, he's never gonna live that down.
These are all spiteful, I'm sorry. Do I have any other shoutouts though? Shoutouts to the entire PNW Under Night scene for being all chill homies and stuff. Like, y'all are really the big reason why the Seattle uni scene has gotten so strong. Like, I think a lot of people kind of put us under the radar, but we are ridiculously strong. I just realized.
I would definitely agree. 100%, I would agree.
Oh, and also shoutouts to Oregon as well, because we have like Uno, we have Tabby, we have Lena. So shoutouts to all of them as well for being part of PNW as a whole as well. Shoutouts to Vancouver, which I believe is Suika, Clem, Arya. I don't know if Arya still plays though. Oh, and Psychotic.
Oh yeah. I don't know if Arya. I haven't seen Arya put up in like a while. I'm sure he still considers himself under night player though. But
right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time. I do appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this interview with me. So thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.